Hello everyone, I'm Nobuyo Fukaya at Niigata Agro-Food University, Japan. Today, I'm going to talk about the English dative alternation produced by Japanese EFL learners and L1 English-speaking children. The term dative alternation is used to refer to the alternation between a double object construction and a prepositional dative construction. Look at the examples, please. Example 1 is called a double object construction. In this construction, the verb takes two noun phrases, Mary and his book. On the other hand, example 2 is called a prepositional dative construction. In this case, the verb takes the noun phrase, his book, and the prepositional phrase, to Mary. According to Campbell and Tomasello, L1 English-speaking children acquired double object constructions earlier than prepositional dative constructions. They showed 5 out of the 7 children examined first produced double object constructions. My research questions in this presentation are: is the development of the English dative alternation the same between L1 English-speaking children and Japanese EFL learners? If not, what difference is observed? To attain these goals, I collected data using corpora called the Japanese EFL Learner Corpus and the Child's Database. My presentation is organized as follows. In the next section, I introduce the two corpora, and section 3 presents the collected data and shows how the dative alternation develops. In the last section, I focus on the question of why Japanese learners of English frequently produced constructions missing the recipient. In this section, I introduce the two corpora. One is the Japanese EFL Learner Corpus, and the other is the Child's Database. The Japanese EFL Learner Corpus was created by Tono. One of the advantages of this corpus is that we can collect a huge amount of English data from 10,063 compositions written by Japanese junior and senior high school students. Students were asked to write about one of the 6 topics. The 6 topics are breakfast, dream, earthquake, festivals, Otoshidama, and Urashima Taro. Otoshidama is a Japanese custom in which adults give children money over the New Year's holiday. Urashima Taro is a kind of a Japanese folk tale. In this presentation, I focus on the production of the English dative alternation produced by junior high school students. The Child's Database was established by McQueenie, and it stores spontaneous conversations between children or conversations between a child and adults. In this study, I collected data from 4 L1 English-speaking children: Adam, Alan, Naomi, and Nina. To answer the research questions, I collected all the data containing the dative verb give from the 2 corpora. Important here is that all sentences with any form of give were collected, irrespective of whether the sentence is grammatically correct or not. Therefore, these sentences were also extracted from the corpora. After that, the collected data were divided into 4 types: Type A, Type B, Type C, and Type D. Type A is a double object construction, and Type B is a prepositional dative construction. In addition to these 2 types, another 2 types were added to this analysis. Type C is the construction that lacks the direct object, like John gave Mary. Type D is the construction that lacks the recipient, like John gave his book. Let us first look at the results of the dative alternation produced by English-speaking children. Look at this graph, please. The collected data were divided into several stages based on Brown's MLU. MLU stands for the mean length of utterance and can be used as an index for language development. Each stage has MLU ranges determined by the average number of morphemes in utterances. Therefore, this table shows the relationship between each stage and age ranges of the 4 children. Now, look at this graph again. This graph shows the results of Type A and Type B. From Stage 2 to Stage 5, the number of Type A rapidly increased. At Stage 2, only 7 cases were observed, while at Stage 5, 102 cases belonged to Type A. The development of Type B was later than that of Type A. Type B increased from Stage 4 with 6 cases to Stage 5 with 31 cases. These are representative examples of Type A and Type B. Type C and Type D were also observed, but they were limited to early stages. These are representative examples of Type C and Type D. Let us move on to Japanese EFL learners. There were 223 cases which contained the verb give. The most frequently observed type was type A. Of the 223 cases, 113 cases belonged to type A. These are representative examples of type A and type B. An interesting property of the Japanese EFL learners was the frequent occurrences of type D. The number of type D rapidly increased from 2 cases in the 7th grade to 58 cases in the 8th grade, and then dropped to 13 cases in the 9th grade. These are representative examples of type C and type D. The data obtained by the two corpora provide evidence that language development of the dative alternation is different between L1 English-speaking children and Japanese EFL learners. Especially, the Japanese learners showed a unique feature in that they frequently produced type D. One question at this point is, why did the Japanese EFL learners frequently produce type D? I would argue that it is related to language transfer. Language transfer is the phenomenon when people learn a new language and they try to apply linguistic features from their mother tongue to the new language. Allow me to focus on how the Japanese verb for the English give is used. The verb 与える is the one that corresponds to the English verb give. According to a Japanese dictionary, 与える takes two objects, like English. おやつを子供に与えた, which means I gave my child a snack, or I gave a snack to my child. Moreover, Japanese also allows the construction where only the direct object appears. 賞を与えた, which means I gave an award. Since Japanese allows type D, we can expect that the students produced a simple transitive version based on their knowledge of Japanese. I would argue that the frequent occurrences of type D by the Japanese students are an example of language transfer. In the 9th grade, the number of type D rapidly decreased from 59 to 13, while the number of type A remained high. This presents evidence that the students acquired the argument structure of the English verb give and abandoned the application of the Japanese argument structure of 与える to the English sentence. This analysis focused on the dative alternation with the verb give and compared L1 English-speaking children and Japanese junior high school students. In the near future, I would also like to collect data produced by Japanese senior high school students and analyze how the English dative alternation develops. Thank you for listening.